Did you still believe in one Nigeria? Come and watch this video. This video is made for all the people who have been believing and hoping that Nigeria is going to work today or tomorrow. My people, what is happening in Nigeria presently, which all these Nigeria gutter media are not giving out to the public, is very heartbroken. If after watching this video and you still believe in one Nigeria, that means they need to reset your brain. Your brain is not functioning as a human being, that you are not seeing what is happening. There are a lot of evil atrocities that they are hiding from you. By the end of this video, you will see how the Islamic jihadist terrorists just lied the Nigerian soldiers, lied them, the Christian Nigerian soldiers, lied them in masses and execute them. And the worst part of it is that the Nigeria gutter media refuse to report these evil atrocities, and that is why we say no to it, because we cannot hide it, so that our own people will learn from it. Come and watch this video. Then if after watching this video you don't find every reason to denounce Nigeria government, that means you are not a human being. Please sit, comport yourself. Let us see why the video is trending and making people to cry after watching it. Let's see the end of the video. Don't go anywhere.
We have a massive problem in Nigeria right now, and this problem has gone global. Everybody pretty much has heard about it. The Christian genocide that is taking place in Nigeria. It is unlike anything you've ever seen in your entire life. You know, most of the time when I see people report on this thing, I begin to imagine, I wish that these guys are on ground in Nigeria to actually see the magnitude of what is going on. I've seen a bunch of Western journalists saying that from 2009, about 50,000 plus people or Christians have been killed. And I laugh. It is not 50,000 plus. We are getting close to 150,000. When Bill Maher made his video, I think he made mention of 125,000 or something like that. But I can tell you we are getting close to 150,000. This is a massive genocide against Christians taking place in Nigeria. The same Nigeria where we have the largest number of churches found anywhere on the continent of Africa, if not even in the world. The same Nigeria where we have the biggest churches found anywhere in the world. And yet, stuff like this is happening. And not even a lot of the preachers are coming out to speak up, to fight this evil, other than just a few, a handful. The rest are quiet because they have a lot of other interests behind the scene. It might be tribalistic, it might be political, it might be anything. But for that reason, they are all silent, quiet, as Christians are being massacred in their numbers. We're talking thousands. Can you imagine that between January and March of 2026 alone, close to 3,000 have been killed already? Imagine if they follow up at this pace, how many they would have killed by December of 2026. Whole villages are being overrun. Whole villages, Christian villages, they are overrun. They kill the man, kill them instantly. They abduct hundreds of their women and they forcefully convert them to Islam, and they still demand ransom over those ones they kidnap. And even when ransom is paid, most of them are killed. The ones that are not killed are converted and then turned into breeding machines for terrorists, and the little girls are married off to terrorists in the camp. They turn them to wives by force and they're breeding for them. Stuff you would have watched in a horror movie. It's happening in Nigeria. Little boys are radicalized and turned against their own people as terrorists. And guess what the Nigerian nation does to the terrorists? Can you guess? Oh yeah, a slap on the wrist. Yes. Nigeria has a program they started since the time of former President Muhammadu Buhari. It's called Operation Safe Corridor, also known as the Repentant Terrorist Program, where terrorists who kill, who maim, who decapitate, who amputate, who disembowel pregnant women, pull out their babies and slaughter and cut the babies in pieces, who kidnap Christians in their hundreds and kill nearly all of them all the time. There is not a day that passes that we don't hear of brutal killing of Christians in large numbers. But this so-called repentant terrorist program is a program that enables the Nigerian government to go out there and pull these terrorists from their killing fields and tell them, you have been pardoned. We want to take you to a place where you'll be rehabilitated. They take them to a cozy complex, a beautiful place where they are received on red carpet and given everything that they need. Everything, 3 square meals, clothing, food, shelter, air conditioning, everything in the world. Make them so happy, make them feel so good. People who just came from killing, who in the first place violated the territorial integrity of Nigeria and killed their way into these Christian villages. This is how Nigeria receives them, giving them a pardon that they didn't even ask for. So they take them there, and after 2 or 3 months, the next thing we'll hear is, oh, now Nigerians, look, these 700, 800, or 900 guys have just repented. They are no longer terrorists. This has been happening since 2015, non-stop. And this current administration in Nigeria has continued it. Just a few days ago, about 744 have just been approved as people who have been rehabilitated, reintegrated into the Nigerian system. Killers! And when they are reintegrated, I actually have a problem with that term reintegrated, because reintegrated means they came from there, but 90-something% of these guys are foreign fighters, terrorists from other countries in Africa. These are mercenaries that have a history of being used by Nigerian previous regimes, authoritarian regimes, to cause trouble in Nigeria and to kill Christians like they did during the Biafran War. Most of the guys who fought during the Biafran War, who killed our brothers and sisters in Asaba, were from Chad and different African countries. These are the same people who are now coming into Nigeria, but this time around, because of the re-engineered Islamization program they have, which I believe is actually a genius program, they can now come to kill and then stay officially to become Nigerian citizens after killing. So they have just been reintegrated into the Nigerian system, and they are free to join the military. They are free to join the police. They are free to join the customs service, to join immigration, to become civil servants, to be anything they want to be, to even become politicians and become presidents of Nigeria. Killers, not just killers, but genocidal murderers who slaughter like they are making sacrifices to a devil, which is their father. These are the people we are begging with pardon, telling them to come. You give them such beautiful treatment, in such cozy places, and then you tell us you've reintegrated them into the system. And from every indication, and we all have the proofs, these guys, there is no atom of repentance in them. They are still loyal to their commanders in the bush. They still hold them in very high esteem. And then how can you tell me that these guys, when they join the army, that they will not be sabotaging the combat efforts of the real Nigerian soldiers? Have we not seen Nigerian soldiers breaking with the tradition of their force, of their work, breaking with tradition to make videos and complain that repentant Boko Haram members are being allowed to join their ranks, and that these guys are the reason the army is being sabotaged almost on weekly basis. Look at the rate at which the real soldiers of the Nigerian army are being massacred by terrorists. We just lost a brigadier general recently, and he died 1 week after another general was killed. And the other general that was killed with 50, reportedly, 50 soldiers at once. And this is how they die. 10, 20, 50, 100 soldiers, real soldiers. And you are busy asking Igbo people and other people to come and join the army. Soldiers, your own soldiers, Nigeria, your soldiers are making videos, social media, saying that Boko Haram members, so-called repentant, are being allowed to join. You wonder why every time a military outpost is overrun in Nigeria. You wonder why every time you hear that this army barracks has just been overrun, they killed, they chased everybody away, and they collected all the weapons. So you beg America, ask America for weapons to fight terrorists. You ask Europe for weapons to fight terrorists. But after receiving the weapons, you stockpile them somewhere where the terrorists will come and pick them up. They chase our men out, overrun the place, the base, and take the weapons. So basically, Nigeria is literally funding and equipping the enemy that has come to kill Nigerians. On what basis do you, Nigeria, deserve to receive weapons to fight against terrorists when the terrorists don't have to face any consequences for their actions? When all they get for their brutal murder of Christians, on a large scale, is just a slap on the wrist. We have also seen soldiers who made videos. These videos are all over on social media saying that, look, every time they saw terrorists in the forest or anywhere and they want to shoot, the moment they call for order to shoot, the commanders will say, don't engage, don't shoot. Please, someone explain. I mean, sometimes I feel like, am I on a different planet or something? I mean, what's going on? So a soldier has been given a weapon of war to go and fight against terrorists and kill them, because the only instinct the terrorist has is to kill, to destroy, to maim. The terrorist doesn't have to ask any commander if they should engage a Nigerian military officer they find in the forest. They kill you instantly without having to take permission from anyone. They see Christians that are worshiping, they overrun the church, they take everyone, and they kill as many as they can. They don't have to seek permission to do that. But when Nigerian soldiers see terrorists to kill, they will not be seeking permission, which is an anomaly in and of itself. On top of that, they will now be told that they should do. On what basis on earth should they be told if there is no conspiracy somewhere to kill all of us and convert Nigeria to a full-blown Muslim nation? That's what you guys want to do. And the people in authority are acting plainly like they are complicit, that they are aware of the plan. We have seen a regime in Nigeria fight against terrorism before. Good luck, Ebele Jonathan fought against terrorists. I wasn't told. I was there live. The man even brought private military guys, private security outfits from South Africa, and they were interviewed on Al Jazeera. They confirmed it. Before that interview, exclusive on Al Jazeera, I was talking about it and people thought I was making it up. Azubiki Hejirika was beating the crap out of Boko Haram. If they had given him 6 months, he would have finished. He wouldn't even have ISIS come. He would have finished them. Was it not Abacha that says if the terrorism in any nation, insecurity goes beyond 4 days or whatever he said, that means that the government is aware of it. We have now lived with our own decades. We have refugee camps in Benue State. One location alone has over 300 and something thousand. At the same time, Borno governor is admitting that he, in Borno State, has received so far over 300,000 repentant Boko Haram members, repentant terrorists who are mostly not from Nigeria, automatic citizenship for being a killer, pardon for being a killer, a bright future for being a killer in Nigeria. How then can you convince a younger child growing up in Nigeria that terrorism is not more lucrative than even going to school? If after killing there are no consequences, all you get is not just a slap on the wrist, you are even given a brighter future. You have a pathway to a brighter future than even Nigerians who are struggling as a terrorist. There's a guy, I don't know if it's Netherlands or Germany, that came into Nigeria. Most of you must have seen the video. He decided, because you know, when we talk and say all these things, people think we're just being extreme. And this guy decided to penetrate the so-called repentant Boko Haram camp in the north. And what he saw, he came out, he concluded, he said there's no repentance in these guys. So, in fact, that they're handing weapons and giving it to them. Some of them admitted, oh, I have killed more than 100 persons and raped so many women.
This man say he killed like 100 people. 100 people?
Just when I'm standing here, joking, thinking I'm okay, there comes this man from the side with something hidden inside his jacket, approaching me, but luckily getting stopped by one of the others. They took him away, and I was later told he had a knife in his jacket, which he tried to attack me with. This is where I realized that many of these people will never change. They are still Boko Haram terrorists inside, now just being paid by others for a moment. Many don't regret a single thing, and this guy would have been a hero of Boko Haram if he stabbed me and finished the white western guy for good.
Talking to camera and he is there being pampered. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is an Eastern, an Igbo man from the East, who said, I will not allow my people to be oppressed. I will not allow anybody to kill my people. He set up IPOB. So him is life imprisonment for the things they alleged. They say he said that were detrimental to the authorities, that were dangerous. But we see people who are killing on daily basis. You go, you grab them rather than kill them. You send them to a place where they are given massages and taken good care of. If me, I was a child growing up there, me, I would like to join the terrorists too, because you can imagine that. Ransom money paid every time. You guys are chopping as you like. You kidnap and you are raping women anyhow. Getting married. They even marry those small girls off to them at a tender age. Yeah, these are the kind of things you read in the Bible. You say, people of those days were really barbarians. It's happening right now, 2026 in Nigeria. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Christian genocide. Every time I see what is happening in Nigeria, I remember how Egypt, over time, went from Christian to Muslim. I remember how Turkey, over time, went from Christian to Muslim. No wonder Turkey is being so terribly involved in Nigeria. You remember, the news just broke that they are sending 200 of our personnel to Turkey to go and train. And Turkey is coming to set up a facility in Nigeria, a training facility in Nigeria. Can you see the connection? And these are the nations that Nigeria has security partnerships with. I remember Syria. This is what they want to achieve in Nigeria. And everybody acts like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's okay, don't worry. It won't come to me. 2 days ago, GUO Motors was traveling from Lagos to Eastern Nigeria. Along Lagos-Benin Expressway, they shot and killed the driver and did what? Kidnapped everybody in the bus. Just today. In fact, that one happened yesterday. Today was Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Remember, Lagos-Benin Expressway, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. So you see, those of them who live in the south and think it will never come to the south, slowly they are creeping in, coming downwards to the south. Because the plan is total Islamization by force. It's jihad. It's jihad. Stop being politically correct. It is jihad. The most brutal form of jihad you've ever heard of in your life. It's happening in Nigeria right now. So wherever you are in the world, pray for Nigerians. Terrorists are being pampered in Nigeria. That's a sign that higher powers are involved in what is happening in Nigeria. It's like someone who has received money for something, and then when the package came, they don't know how to say, look, I don't want any more. You've already taken the money, so you must allow it to happen. That's what I'm saying in terms of the conspiracy. Because the government of the day seems totally, completely handicapped. They're not able to do anything. The killing just happens. In fact, the people who are being killed are the ones who are being victimized. Look at the Palm Sunday massacre. The youth came out and said, we saw the guys who came to kill our people. We were about to chase after them. But the military, who was not there, who didn't even come for 1 second while the killing was going on, suddenly showed up and used their trucks to block us. And we were watching the guys escape. We could have chased after them. The military refused to let us move. And the moment the guys had disappeared in view, the military then turned around and disappeared and left. And someone is telling me there's no agenda. There is. Humongous, massive agenda. But you see, I just ranted on this to let you know the burden that I have carried over the last few months. Everything I have done, literally. In fact, I'd even forgotten about my own personal things. Everything I've done so far in the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months has been about this. What we could do, or what we can do, or what we need to do to stop this. Because if we don't stop it where it is right now, it is going to touch everyone. I don't have to wait till it gets to my own house. We all need to raise alarm before it goes further than where it is now. But here is the main reason why I decided to even make this video. Let's get to the real point.
Now that you have watched the video, what you just witnessed here, this is exactly what that is happening in Nigeria every day by day. And the Nigeria Gotham media and the government are so complicit in the essence that they don't want the public to see this video, because they want you, the Christian families, to come and join Nigeria soldiers. They will tell you, oh, come and let us defeat this terrorist. They can never ever defeat this Islamic terrorist, because it's a planned calculation, it's a planned game since the foundation of this damn country called Nigeria. My people, this is time to spread the news, spread the message, share this video globally for our people to see it and retrace their step. Joining a Nigeria soldier is just committing suicide by yourself. Nigeria have collapsed. It's either Biafra or nothing. If Nigeria government want to save themselves, let them swallow their pride and come on the round table and decide for the way forward of this country. The only solution is total disintegration. The world is so shamefully silent over what is happening in Nigeria. This is a complete genocide. No sugarcoating it. Who am I? I'm only a messenger. If you love what I do here in this Global Love Channel TV, please don't forget to touch and have for subscribe button, like and turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video like this, you'll be the first person to be notified. And in doing that, you're current to do more, because togetherness shall save life together. Till next time, see you in my next video. Bye for now. Thank you.